Hello guys, today I'll show you how to play Lepra on hard mode. This is gonna be really hard because I die a lot trying to beat this game, and I just love hard games, I guess. But if you like casual gaming, don't worry, the game comes in normal mode by default, but I've played it so many times that normal mode is no longer challenging for me. Easy setup, just 2 pages, and the goal of the game is to create the cure for the plague. You can do it by collecting 4 legendary ingredients from 4 different game areas. First game area, church. Donation area with some bonuses. Support your scribes, providing them with supplies so they can craft the first ingredient. Graveyard is another donation area with an easier goal and some further bonuses. Feed your grave diggers well, and they can get you the parasite, another rare ingredient for the cure. Harbor is your main supply area. You will get a lot of resources from here, and you can import as much wood, food and beverage as you need, but ensure the total stays within the limit. And it will provide you a bottle of mercury at some point, another ingredient for the cure. Workshop area looks like a pile of crates. Those are basically goods that you can sell to get some extra resources. To get those resources, you should fill horizontal or vertical lines of crates. And finally, town map is your main battlefield against the plague. I'll show you around. Let's begin already. Every turn starts with a new infection. This time infection occurs at coordinate 6-9 according to my dice roll. See, white dice 6, green dice 9. X mark for the infection, and immediately after that I must establish a quarantine in one of the houses. Then I can use one of the dice results to fill a field in any of the 4 game areas. I use 2 and write it in the beverage column of the harbor area. When all 3 horizontal fields are filled, I receive the resources in the amounts I indicated, but there's a limit of total resources for each line. So once again, infection, quarantine, resources. Next turn infection at square 7-7. Just where I place my quarantine sign. This tile is now compromised and will become infected next time the infection spreads on it. I set another quarantine, and from my dice pool I use 2 and write it in the wood column of the harbor area. So when I fill the whole line, I will get 2 wood. I'm trying to create a line of protected houses over the whole map. If I succeed, I earn a powerful bonus, Purge, the ability to burn 1 house. It's a harsh measure, but it helps to stop the spread of the plague. And to protect the whole line faster, I use 5 to sell a crate from the workshops, and there's a little bonus attached to that 5 crate. It's called extra quarantine, so I can use another quarantine right now. Another turn and another infection, quarantine, and I use 6 from my dice pool to cross out another crate from the workshops and get a bonus quarantine once again. I use 1 from my dice pool and I finish my first import from the harbor. So I get a total of 5 resources, 2 wood, 1 food, 2 beverage, according to my numbers, and I also get 1 coin as a bonus. And before I roll my dice for the next turn, I want to spend some of the resources I've just earned, so I use 2 beverage and 1 coin for the grave diggers. Graveyard tiles must be crossed out left to right, column by column, and tiles can be filled in any order within a column. And I also use 1 food for the monks in the church, starting from the bottom tile. I complete full vertical row of protected houses, and I get that purge ability, and I use 3 from my dice pool to secure 3 food for the next import batch in harbor. This is exactly how much food I need for the next level in the church area. I built another line of quarantine here to get another purge bonus. And here you can see what an outbreak is. It's when a plague hits the same house as before, and it spreads to adjacent tiles. That's not good, dangerous, bad, because if the plague forms a 5-tile white cross or an 8-tile rectangle, it becomes incurable and all my people die. But I want them to live. They must taste my miracle potion made of mercury first. Oh, another outbreak. Double danger now. I have an idea. Let's burn this house with all the infected people inside, so the area becomes a little bit more safe. Well, I guess I have to burn another one here because the area became too dangerous at this point. I ran out of charge abilities, right? So I can't burn houses anymore. And I wanted to build another line of quarantines, but infection is on my way now and it ruined my plans. So I had to switch to more defensive tactics and put my quarantines next to the most dangerous spots on the map. But after a couple of turns, I managed to form another line of the quarantine houses on the leftmost edge and claimed one more purge. Okay, interim results. By this moment I have some wood, coins and beverage in the harbor. I am also one step away from that mercury bottle delivery. I sold some crates as well by filling vertical rolls in the workshops, and now I have some extra food and beverage stored there. I'm close to get the ingredient from the graveyard, but I'm not sure if I want to go beyond that point to try reach the purge bonuses. Charge is always so hard to complete, and it still needs a lot of food, so I'm not even close there. I try to use my rolls for the harbor area because it usually gives most of the resources. But when I can't use any of my dice results in harbor, I use them in workshops because sometimes I can actually make more food or coins in workshops. My defense is getting weaker as infection spreads across the houses, and I'm trying to reinforce the map with more quarantines. And another shipment of goods arrived in my harbor, so I get 4 wood, 5 food, 5 beverage and some coins. By the way, have a look, I used 3 beverage from workshops and 5 beverage from harbor to pay the grave diggers, a total of 8 beverage. This is absolutely normal and it's supposed to be like that. Some resources can be stored in different locations. You just circle them when you have them, you cross them off when you use them. Very good news from the harbor. I just got my first ingredient for the cure, and that means I can use a free purge. As I don't have any critical areas to burn houses at, it took me some time to decide which area to burn, so I picked this one. And straight after that, I used 10 beverage from my harbor, and I found the parasite in the graveyard. There's another ingredient for the cure, so it means another purge. I could have saved it for later, but I don't know, I just felt like using it now. So far I found 2 ingredients for the cure, and that means I can concentrate on the workshops to get that sulfur bottle, and when I have enough resources from the workshops and from the harbor as well, of course, I can use them in church to feed the monks so they can get me the last ingredient. That's my plan. That sulfur bottle was pretty easy to get, and once I get it, I have a free purge again. At this point, I regret my decision of burning those houses too fast, because actually this area is more dangerous now and I really need purge in this particular zone. Luckily, I have one last purge left, so it's time to use it now. So my last ingredient is on the top of the church zone, and I need a lot of food and coins to reach that point. And I concentrated on accumulating those resources through harbor and workshops. The infection situation is extreme here, and every turn can be my last one. Then I realized that on the bottom of the workshops there is two purge bonuses. So if I fill 2 bottom rolls of the workshops, I get purge bonuses. I needed it. It wasn't enough, obviously, so I still had at least 1 critical spot on the map, and I used some food and coins to fill a side branch of the church area to get my divine right to burn more houses in my town. Only now I can see 1 more critical spot on the map. Point 76, have a look. There's a cross. 1 infection outbreak in this position and I'm dead, but I didn't see it. So I focused on getting resources to reach that belladonna ingredient for the cure, while I was 1 step away from death. Luckily, I've made it. My monks finished the cure. I saved the remaining people in my town, and I beat the game finally. Thanks for watching, guys. Get it on Kickstarter, and have a great day. Don't get sick.